I grew up an only child, so Ophelia is pretty much growing up with a very loose network of support, and I think that in a lot of ways I can relate to her in a sense that she probably spent a lot of hours alone, and she spent a lot of time getting to know nature, and as we find out later, when she brings all the flowers out to the court and starts distributing them, and she knows the names and the meanings of all the flowers and things like that. And I also can relate to her shyness a little bit, as she is a part of this court, but she's not really royal, so she's kind of not sure about her place in society, and that kind of gets pulled out from underneath her as the story is revealed. I can also relate to her huge crush on Hamlet, because he's my husband. But aside from that, he's a superstar. Who hasn't, when they're young, had a crush on someone who was larger than life like that, and to actually have him in your life and to have a relationship with him, it's pretty amazing. So there are a lot of different things about Ophelia that I can relate to.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. For virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery.
We've had a lot of discussions about how that relationship is working backstage, but we really didn't want to talk to any of the other actors about it because you're just going to have to guess. They've already asked us, hey, have you guys slept together? Have you made a decision about that? And we're like, yeah, but we're not going to tell you. So we try to keep rehearsals out of the house, you know, so when we do have discussions, we generally have little discussions here and there outside of the house, and then we come here and rehearse. So then, no, we don't bring work home too much. I think Shakespeare wrote in such a way that it informs the actor about what's going on in the scene so well that you just almost feel compelled to move, to act upon, if you will, a lot of the words.
But good my brother, do not as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and recks not his own reed.
Oh, fear me not. I say to you.
If we do our job, the audience will get it. Let's put it that way. It's really easy to get caught up in the semantics of the vocabulary and stuff like that. But once you understand what's going on in the scene, once you understand what the story is, what your character wants to do, and what you need to do in order to accomplish that or not accomplish it for the character, then all of that is just going to play out, and hopefully the audience will absorb as much of the beautiful language as possible, but also enjoy the story and also be entertained. Because he was a showman after all. Shakespeare also took very much into account his audiences when he wrote these plays. Well, you know, that's the beauty of Shakespeare, is that it's eternal. It's, you know, all these themes about the human condition will continue even as our language changes, even as our audiences change.